You know how I know we would be friends in real life? I mean, not only did you click on this video, so I assume we like the same things. We want to level up, we want to glow up, we want our dream life, we want to become the best version of ourselves. But I know we would be good friends because we want it now. I know there's no such thing as an instant glow up. Maybe there are some beauty products that will give us that glow. There are some things that seem to work overnight. I know those things are gimmicky. But at the same time, I think when we think of our glow up journey or leveling up and becoming a better us, part of that anxiety of if it's gonna work or if it's not is there's no timeline on it. You almost have to give up control. So I have a middle ground for you. If you give yourself 7 days out of the month, 1 week, I promise you, you will become the best version of yourself. Welcome to my new series. It is called 1 Week 2. Every single week, we will touch on a glow up topic. And I'm going to give you a game plan, a 7-day game plan to build that momentum towards that goal. So 1 week to build confidence, 1 week to glow up physically, 1 week to build self-discipline, 1 week to make new friends. I mean, it's not gonna be instant. And will you have an entire new friend group at the end of 7 days? You might. But at the end of the day, it's like I said, this entire series is to help you build momentum, to teach you the healthy and productive habits and routines that you need to jumpstart this next phase of your life. Because it is completely possible, but we do need a game plan. We do need a blueprint. And that is what I'm here for. If this is your first time seeing my face, hello, beautiful. My name is Jasmine. I create a lot of content on how to glow up, how to become your best self. So if that sounds like content you're into, go ahead, hit the subscribe button. We would love to have you. Like this video for a new series. Whether you're starting this when I just posted, whether you're watching this 5 years in, I am glad that you're here, and liking that button will affirm your glow up. And I want you to comment this emoji down below so that I know that you're tapped in, so we can chit chat in the comment section. I also want to give a major shout out to today's sponsor. It is Homoglow. I've worked with them for so long. I've been using them for so long, and I absolutely love them. So we will talk about them a little bit later on. Now that you know, and now that I know we would be BFFs, or maybe we already are because you are not new here and you are one of my girls. So girl, without further ado, 1 week to build self-discipline. Let's get right into it. I really wanted discipline to be the start of this series because I think it is at the foundation of keeping up with all of the habits, tips, and tricks that I'm going to share throughout this series and throughout this video. Here's the thing, discipline is not an aesthetic. It is a skill that you build every week. And if you just give me one of those weeks, I'll teach you how to start. This is for the girlies that are tired of falling off, the ones who want to stay consistent, not just for a few days at a time, but for a lifetime, and for real this time. So let's see how we can build our self-discipline from scratch in just 7 days. And don't worry, I've done all of these tips and tricks, so I know that they work. All of these videos will be broken up into 2 different parts. Both parts are important. The first part, I'm going to teach you and tell you why this matters. For instance, today, why does discipline even matter? The second part is a 1 week plan. For both parts, I need you to grab a pen and paper or get out your notes app if anything that I say resonates with you so that you can carry it throughout the week. This is why discipline changes everything, because discipline is how you earn your dream life. Discipline is how you're gonna glow up your body, your finances, your home, your mindset, your confidence, everything. It all relates back to discipline. Motivation fades. I know we love to throw around the word motivation. Motivation is so emotional. I mean, I had all the motivation in the world when I was post breakup, glow up, and I just wanted to do this. That was my motivation, but it was based off of wanting to one up somebody. And when that quickly faded, so did my habits and routines. Think of discipline like a bridge. Discipline is that bridge between the version of you that wants it and the version of you that has it. The only way to cross that bridge is by showing up for yourself consistently, especially when you don't feel like it. I think it's really important to reframe our idea of discipline. I think when I hear the word discipline, it just sounds like a drag. It sounds like a chore to me. I think a lot of people think discipline is like punishment or pressure or a lot of very a rigid structure. But in reality, discipline is the highest form of self-love that you can give yourself. It's like telling yourself, I believe in the future version of me more than this momentary excuse. Think of it like, let's say you met a really cool girlfriend and she is just everything, like the way that she dresses, the way that she smells, the way that she speaks, the way that she listens to you, her body, her career, the car, the everything. Imagine you meet her and you are just in awe. And she comes up to you and she was like, I love your vibe, girl. I would love to get lunch with you next week. And then next week comes around, or maybe week comes around, and you don't hear anything from this girl. One, that's kind of gonna hurt. But also it's gonna make you really not trust that girl, because she might have all of the material items in the world. If she doesn't stick to what she says she's going to do and start to form that relationship with you, then you're not really gonna be friends with her. It's the same thing with yourself. If you say you're gonna go to the gym tomorrow and then you don't, you're breaking that self-trust with yourself, which is gonna make it really hard to love yourself again. Reframe discipline into peace and not pressure. When you are disciplined and when you live in a disciplined life, it's not so much pressure to do this and that. If anything, it's a peace. It is less chaos in your life. You don't wake up behind, you don't wake up in chaos. You know what your habits are, and you know those habits are gonna carry you over to that bridge to your dream life, to your glowed up self. And lastly, discipline is freedom. Because here's the thing, you do not have to wait for the perfect mood. You don't have to wait for something to happen to motivate you. You don't need to watch content to motivate you. There's no perfect timing. There's no waiting for motivation to just show up. Discipline is now part of your identity. It is just what you do. Of course, you wake up an hour early to focus on yourself. Of course, you work out every single day. Of course, you get those 10K steps. Like, that's just who you are. That is discipline. For me, I really had to get real about the life that I wanted, and also the harsh reality that the habits and the routines and the things that I was doing now and the mindset that I was doing now, like my future self would not do that. My higher self would not do that. The actions that I was doing didn't align with the actions of her, of that friend in my head that had it all together. I think I was always waiting for motivation, but in reality, all I needed was discipline. Once I realized that I could build discipline one day at a time, and all of those times would compound and get me one step closer to my dream life, everything started to change. So let's get into your plan. This is part 2 of your 1 week discipline plan. We're gonna go Monday through Sunday, 7 days out of the week. And through this, we're gonna rebuild your self-trust. We're gonna step into a more structured routine. And in general, we are going to shift your energy so you can cross that discipline bridge to your glowed up self. Doesn't matter what day of the week you start this off. I'm just gonna use Sunday as my day 1. Day 1, Sunday, or whatever day you want. Really simple and easy. All I need you to do is get clear on your why. I don't need you to get up and start cleaning everything. I don't need you to reorganize your life. I don't need you to purchase all of these beauty products that all of these influencers are saying they're obsessed with. All I need you to do is sit with yourself. Theme of today is your vision, your intention, and self-honesty. Again, remember, what if you ran into that girl that just had it all? You would want her to be honest. You would want her to give you the real. You wouldn't want her to make up things about her life or make things seem something that they're not. You want that connection with that girl. That girl is the future version of yourself, and this day 1 is how we start. I hope you know this was coming. We need to sit down and we need to get a journal. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It could be in your notes app. Here's the thing about journaling and why I want no one to skip the journal part of it, because we cannot fix what we don't know. If we just jump into day 2, if we just jump into cleaning and organizing and everything, we don't even know the foundation in which we're starting off on. I also think journaling is really powerful because I truly believe we are the author of our own story. I think I made a TikTok the other day about don't be a loser in your own story. The way that you speak to yourself, the way that you write this narrative of reality in your head is so powerful. You can be your biggest advocate or you can be your biggest enemy. Journaling and actually putting pen to paper is physically rewriting the things that you're telling yourself and rewriting your actual reality. I need you to sit with yourself, and I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Why do you even want to be more disciplined? I know you think you probably have this answer in your head, but I really need you to get real with yourself. Do you need to get disciplined because that's just what you think you should do? Like, you see all these routines and tips and everything on social media, so it's just like, okay, everybody else is getting disciplined, I should too. Or do you want to get disciplined because you you are genuinely stressed out. You're stressed out about not being on a cleaning schedule and your house always being in chaos. You don't like the way that you look in the mirror, and you want to be disciplined to actually show up in the gym. You want to be disciplined with that side hustle and actually work on it every single day without just telling yourself you're going to work on it, or pushing off that passion project, or pushing off that skill or that language that you really wanted to learn. Why do you even want to be disciplined? I know one reason that I wanted to be disciplined, because it's so funny, because when you're in school, or, you know, even in corporate America with a 9 to 5, you are on a schedule. But like really when you're in school, you're on a schedule. You have classes, you have, you know, different meeting times for extracurriculars. And when you get out of that, or when you get out of a corporate sphere and your schedule is up to you, it can go one or two ways. You either are so disciplined and you treat it like a school schedule and you just go back to what you know, or you end up procrastinating. You end up so much more lazy because now you have all this time on your hands and you procrastinate to the last second and you do all of your work right before something needs to be turned in, and you stress yourself out. I wanted to be more disciplined because I actually wanted to reflect the productivity that I had in school when I had an actual schedule, when I actually had a routine. But now as an adult, I could actually get creative with my habits and routines based off of my lifestyle. When you have this why written out, maybe you can whittle it down to a sentence. For instance, mine at that time would probably be like, I want to be more disciplined because I know I thrive and glow off of a routine. Write that down on a sticky note and put it somewhere that you can see it every single day, whether that's your bathroom mirror, whether that's on your nightstand table, maybe this is in your car, somewhere that it's a visual reminder every single day of your why. If you have the time, I have 3 other journal prompts that I think would really open up your mind and shift your mindset during this day 1. Definitely write them down if you want to revisit them later. Number 1, where in my life do I feel like I keep letting myself down? Number 2, what would the disciplined version of me look like? And 3, this one's a hard one, what are the consequences if I don't change, if I keep on doing what I'm doing? I think I needed to ask myself that. The last thing I want you to do for day 1 is I want you to pick one area to focus on this week. We can't do 50 million things and focus on our fitness, our nutrition, this and that. I need you to focus on one thing, and that one thing is probably really gonna come to the surface throughout this journaling session. Sorry, can I just give you one more tip for day 1? I would highly recommend on a Saturday at the end of the week, right before you do this 1 week to become more disciplined, it's to have your home clean. We can work on all of these things with discipline, but it will be a lot better in a clutter-free environment. Personally, I use HomeAglow. I've used HomeAglow for well over a year. They're the sponsor of today's video, so thank you so much, HomeAglow, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. If you've never heard of HomeAglow before, HomeAglow is a 5-star home service platform that is dedicated to making your home feel nice and tidy. But I really fell in love with it even more when I moved here to Jersey City and had to find a new HomeAglow cleaner. I mean, me and my HomeAglow cleaner in Atlanta had a really good relationship, but it gave me a chance to actually test it again, how easy it was to find a local cleaner in my area, a top-rated one at that. HomeAglow makes it very simple to do that. All I had to do and all you have to do is go to their website, go to homeaglow.com/JazzTurner. I'll also include the link below, but whether you click on the link below or you click on this QR code right here, that is going to get you your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19, which is an insane deal, because for my apartment, when my new HomeAglow cleaners came for this apartment, they only took 2 hours. So if I were to use that code, it would only be $19. Whether you're booking this for a special occasion, a party, or just regular cleaning to take something off of your plate, you can choose the day, the time, the duration of your clean, and from there you'll see all available cleaners. You can browse photos and reviews of background checked cleaners before choosing the right cleaner for you. You can schedule something as quickly as this week, or do something for your future self and schedule something next month. Now, I won't lie to you, I am on the Forever Clean membership. I like my home regularly clean. I have a set day that my HomeAglow cleaners come in, and I know to expect that. I'd personally recommend to you the Forever Clean membership. It saves you $30 an hour on all future cleanings, and you can book unlimited cleanings starting at just $19 an hour, which is backed by HomeAglow's happiness guarantee. I love how much money the Forever Clean membership saves me, and after the first cleaning, the membership pays for itself. Again, you can totally use this QR code or click the link down below. It's going to take you to homeaglow.com/JazzTurner. It's going to get you your first 3 hours of cleaning for $19. you can use that ahead of this week. I think would be the most awesome glow up hack. Take something off of your plate, Homa Glow has got you. I'll include all of the information down below. I love taking something off of your plate and saving you a little bit of money. So thank you so much, Homa Glow, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. Okay, sis, now we're on day 2. Here's the headline for day 2. We're gonna make one small promise to ourselves and we're gonna keep it. So throughout day 2 and the rest of the days, we should be able to see that sticky note of our why. We should be reminding ourselves of this. We should also be focusing on one area of self-discipline. Maybe that is just getting 30 minutes of movement a day. Whether it's working out, whether it's walking, you just 30 minutes a day. We're gonna choose one non-negotiable habit. Just one. You're not building Rome in a day, but bricks were laid every hour. Some examples of this is maybe we say to ourselves, tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at 6 a.m. Or tomorrow I'm gonna take a 10-minute walk. Tomorrow I'm gonna stop scrolling after 10 p.m. Tomorrow I'm going to post that content. Tomorrow I'm gonna make my bed. Whatever it might be. I would recommend choosing something with a low hanging fruit. Those were all things that are pretty simple, free 99, that you can literally do tomorrow. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal when we do this is to prove to yourself that when you say you're gonna do something, you're gonna do it, no matter how small or big. It's really, really helpful on day 2 to start a habit tracker, just to keep yourself accountable. Also, even more important, and I know it sounds corny, to say it aloud. Our words are very powerful. Saying to yourself, today I will follow through and walk for 10 minutes. That is who I am now. Everybody knows me. Like, everybody knows that I walk every single day for 10 minutes. Me not doing that would be odd. And that's the only thing I want you to do for day 2. Do one small thing and keep it to yourself. By the start of day 3, we have our post-it note. We understand our why. We have an emotional tie to this 1-week challenge. And we've already proved to ourselves that when we say we're gonna do something, we do it. Honestly, we should be feeling pretty good about ourselves right now. The headline of day 3 is to create a trigger routine. On day 3, we're gonna pick one thing that we are already doing, whether it is a routine or a habit. And we are gonna stack a new habit on top of it. A lot of people call this habit stacking, and it is one of my favorite things in the world. Discipline gets a lot easier when we remove decision fatigue. When your brain doesn't have to decide, it just does. Maybe it can be after I brush my teeth, I do my 5-minute journal. After I walk Benji in the morning, I make my bed. Or you can choose one habit that you already do and stack it on top of it. I started doing this with my affirmations. I mean, I have a dog. I take him out on a morning walk. It's like 10 to 15 minutes. But every single morning, I take my headphones, I don't put them on noise canceling, and I play my affirmations. I'm already getting that vitamin D from the sun outside. I'm getting my steps in a quick 10-minute walk. Plus I'm playing my affirmations. I'm doing 3 things that I promise to myself every single day without adding another time block on it, if that makes sense. My best glow up tip for day 3 is to set up your space for success and set up your space for guidance. For instance, maybe you want to journal every single day, do the 5-minute journal. Put your journal on your pillow. You cannot go to bed, you cannot get back into your bed without seeing your journal. Maybe you just want to be more disciplined about taking your vitamins. The night before, lay out your vitamins on the kitchen table so you see them. Sometimes we just need to see it. If you want to work out every single day, put your running shoes near the door. We want to create physical cues to support our new identity. We're on day 4, y'all. We have our why. We've promised something to ourselves and we've kept it. We've set up our space for success, especially creating those physical cues, and we're going to keep on with this momentum by changing our environment. Specifically designing our environment for discipline, kind of what I was talking about in day 3. The theme of day 4 is setting ourselves up to win. I would highly recommend watching my nighttime routine video. In there is some of my best tips and glow up secrets to setting yourselves up to win. Again, remember when I mentioned decision fatigue? I mean, I take it a step further. One of the best things I've ever heard is win tomorrow today. So what I'll do is I will set up my workout outfits. I will put my shoes near the door. I will set up all of my supplements and my vitamins and my skincare. So all I have to do is reach for it and grab for it and use it. And it's all because I audited my environment. What in your environment makes it really easy to procrastinate? What can you change to reduce friction? This would be a great time to use that Homa Glow code to have someone come in and deep clean your space so you can start fresh. Clean room equals a clean mind. You can do things like prep healthy snacks. Sometimes it's not that we don't want to eat healthy, it's that we don't even want to make it. We're tired. Using meal prep services like Factor or Hungry Root or HelloFresh, or having someone meal prep your meals. Organizing your workspace will do wonders for you. You can't think in clutter. Maybe it's as simple as choosing to now live our lives on do not disturb, so that we use our phone for a certain purpose with intentionality instead of getting distracted by notifications. Or maybe we just delete at least 3 time-wasting apps. I mean, one thing that I started doing is I started setting a screen time limit, especially when I was starting my nighttime routine. I mean, I start my nighttime routine around like 7, especially before bed. This matters because a chaotic space will breed chaotic decisions. A disciplined space will support a more disciplined life. My best glow up tip for day 4 is to design your environment like your higher self already lives in it. Light a candle, turn on some calming music, make it a vibe. You don't need to go buy up a whole bunch of different stuff, but maybe clean out that closet, reorganizing your living room or your bedroom, romanticizing the things that are currently in your life so that it can show you just how much what you already have can actually contribute to this new version of you. We are on day 5, girl. We only have 2 more days left to go. Stick with me. I think by day 5, even though we're doing all of these things, we still start to question, like, can I keep this up? Are all of these things I'm doing just basically for nothing? Am I gonna fall back off again? We might even be encountering some resistance, whether it's in our environment, people around us, or maybe within ourselves. Day 5, we're gonna do the hard thing first. The theme is resistance is a signal, not a stop sign. On day 5, I want you to wake up and I want you to tackle the tasks that you're avoiding, whether that is going downstairs and getting your packages, whether that is responding to someone that you haven't responded to in 2 weeks, whether that is setting a budget. What has been on your mind that you're just like, I just need to do it. No overthinking, no negotiating it. Literally just do it. Don't even give yourself a chance to think about it. Just go to the gym in the morning. Just do it. You don't even have a workout plan. Just go physically put on your shoes and get in the gym. Whether you're walking on the treadmill, whether you go over to the weights, I just need you to physically just go to the gym. No expectations, no overthinking it. You'll figure it out when you get there. Just go ahead, pitch yourself to that brand, slide into the DMs. What could literally hurt? Post the content, even if it's not perfect. Open the credit card bill, just face it. You're gonna feel a relief. You're going to be like, I've been procrastinating it for that long and that took me 10 minutes to do. And when you feel relief and when you feel those feelings, it creates such an emotional connection within your own self. And this is such a great trust building. And it shows you that you can just do it. That it's not a matter of your hands don't work or your feet don't work. It's actually all in your mind. I said this in one of my last videos. But a quote by Henry Ford, whether you think you can do it and you think you can't do it, you are both right. This is how we are going to rewire our brain to view discomfort as a challenge and not a threat. I need you to say this to yourself. I do the uncomfortable things. That is why I have the life that I have now. A lot of your dream life is on the other side of difficult conversations and one difficult decision. But that dream life is worth it. Day 6, y'all, the second to last day. I already know how you're feeling, and the only thing I want you to do today is to stay consistent, even if it is ugly. Do you hear me? Stay consistent, even if it's ugly. No skipping, no spiraling, no starting over. Today might feel busy. Today might feel messy. Today might feel off. You missed your morning workout. The afternoon got busy. This is your moment to stay consistent anyway. So you missed your morning workout. Go outside, walk for 10 minutes. So you missed your affirmations. While you're taking off the pillows of your bed to get into bed at the end of the night, just play it on your speaker. The power of discipline isn't showing up when things are perfect and you've done every single thing that I'm talking about in this week to a T. It's in showing up even when it's not ideal. Done is better than perfect. Whatever you do, it still counts. And you don't skip days, you scale them. This is a great time to develop a minimum routine. Whether it's a minimum morning routine, a minimum afternoon routine, a minimum nighttime routine. 3 non-negotiables. Maybe in the morning, it is just doing your skincare routine while playing some affirmations, making your bed, and drinking a glass of water. If that is your benchmark, if that is your 1% better, then you are still disciplined. Even if it's just 1% forward, it compounds. Okay, y'all, we have made it to day 7. Today, we're gonna reflect, we're gonna refine, and we're gonna recommit. Today, we're going to reflect on the past 6 days. First things first, we're gonna celebrate ourselves because we stuck to the plan and not our mood. We did one thing every single day for our self-discipline. Ask yourself throughout these past 6 days, what clicked for you? Was it the habit stacking? Was it doing the hard thing first? Was it having your why? Was it setting your area up for for success. What is still hard for you to get over? Maybe it is the habit stacking. Maybe it's no matter how much you shift your environment, you still don't want to do that thing. That's also equally important. It's not a bad thing, but why? Why is it still hard for us to do this? What mental block do we have? Because we set ourselves up for success. Now it's just a mindset thing. Out of these 6 days, out of all the habits that I've given you, recommit to one habit and keep going forward with it. Some great journal prompts this week are: what surprised me this week? What did this week teach me about discipline? What habit do I want to keep with me for next week, and why do I want to keep that habit? Because here's the thing, at the end of this 6 days, at the end of these 7 days, it's not the end. It's really the beginning of your new self-identity of a disciplined woman. You've jump-started it. You've done it. This is a really, really, really great time to take yourself out on a solo date, maybe even a solo walk, or just find a moment of stillness to kind of close this loop, to close this week. Feel what you're feeling and lock it all in. And that's it, sis. 7 days. It wasn't that hard. We did one thing a day, and 2 of those days we were just reflecting and writing things down. I think this is completely doable for next week. So, with all of those tips, I'm going to encourage you to don't procrastinate it anymore. Do this plan this week. Shouldn't take you any extra money, should be free 99. And why not? A week is gonna pass by regardless. This week, let's try a little bit harder for ourselves because we deserve it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Again, thank you so much, HomoGlow, for sponsoring today's video and supporting this community. I would highly recommend using that code homoglow.com/jazzturner or this QR code. It's gonna get you your first 3 hours of cleaning for only $19. Also recommend the Forever Clean membership. Either way, I think it's so important with this entire discipline plan to have a clean home. And on top of that, take something off of your plate. Have somebody come in and clean your home. And I'm glad I can save you a little bit more money on top of that. Let me know your feedback down below. Was this easy to follow? What would you add? What would you take out? What has worked for you in self-discipline? I want to know down below. Help out the other ladies. Next week, we're going to talk about our physical glow up. 1 week to become physically more beautiful, to be enigmatic, to have that aura about ourselves. And if you just give me another week, I'm going to teach you how to do it. I really hope you love this series. I'm going to love creating these for you. And if you want to see how all of the tips and tricks that I'm giving you in these videos apply to my personal everyday life, go ahead and check out my Glow Up Diaries. That's another series, more vlog style, about the things that I do every single day to glow up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. You're going to see a lot of content that you just won't see here on YouTube. And I will catch you in next week's video. Bye, girl.